benefits of this is maybe I'm going to sit and do something, but I've been like, oh, wait, it's that other thing, or that's that other person to talk to or write to, or all of that. So I don't feel that too much. I miss, and it seems shallower maybe, but I miss things in a way. Like I desperately wanted to go to a diner the other day and sit and have breakfast, thinking of the specific waitress at the Frog Pond who like is always so nice. And my husband and I do a crossword together. And like we could do crosswords at home, but we just haven't because that's what we do out for breakfast together at a diner. So like I miss concerts, I miss music, I miss shared experiences. I miss my community orchestra, actually doing a blog post about, well, orchestras, but doing a blog post about the Roberts Wesleyan Orchestra with some listening recommendations from our conductor. I put a picture of him at the end of it, of him conducting, sort of orchestra view. And that sort of like hit me like,
Yeah.
oh,
What do you think the future of music making is going to be like as this kind of goes forward?
oh, yeah, that's a lot of things. I mean, at least here, some stuff, we're looking at our ukulele fest in October and we're probably going to cancel or move online, even if things are better then. I mean, you're planning now, right? You start getting your sponsors, everything else. So I think there's a really great article. It was posted by Kurt Long, the head of the RPO, about, and it was from a German, like, orchestra union manager or something like that. And he looked at a future, and I think it was the best sort of piece by piece laying things out, like strings before winds, chamber music before orchestras, kind of like in that very practical sense. Big aspect for orchestras, especially, and for musicians, is to figure out the rights angle. You want musicians to be compensated when their material is used again and again or is available online, but also broadcast fees eventually become prohibitive. Here, the RPO, we broadcast it and we have the rights to air it twice. The musicians did give concessions that we could air some extra older programs on a few Monday nights. I've embraced that. And actually, they've done a great thing by adding the social experience during the broadcast of the concerts. These are later broadcasts, not live broadcasts. I mean, it's the live concert, but aired later. They're on Facebook chatting with the audience, which has been really great to see them say, pay attention to this detail, or look at that trombone solo, or violin soloist Augustin Hadalik, who had soloed with the orchestra, was there online answering questions on Facebook because he is the most productive musician in all of quarantine. If you haven't been watching his stream, he plays piano and violin, has been doing teaching. He's also great. He's a great
Yeah.
player. Oh, but
So go ahead.
oh, so I was just going to say about the social experience, just this virtual, we organized a virtual little cafe concert. We've done a lot of these, and it's just the artist streaming and we promote and co-brand it. But one of them by Hannah PK, the blues artist here, pianist, singer, songwriter, there were 90 people streaming, and in the chat, people were talking about things. She sang a song that even included a line about that dim little cafe where we met. And there's a lot of, nostalgia, but to see people and or see their names pop up and be chatting, and the experience that Brian Williams, a local bassist, was commenting, and then someone else said, oh, Brian, you're here. It was like bumping into someone in person.
Mhm.
It still wasn't the same as being there, but I think sometimes people underestimate the amount of social cohesion we can get from that chat feature or that online aspect of a virtual concert. So
Yeah. Um, Before I let you go, I just wanted to ask you: is there anything that you're keeping present and in mind, and anything that you're using as a piece of wisdom, as a touchstone to keep yourself sane during this time?
it might be a cliche, but that whole Mr. Rogers, I think it's Mr. Rogers, look for the helpers. I genuinely, it's something that helps me, but also might make me a little crazy sometimes, is I go look for United Way Rochester's website of where they're collecting what different organizations need, what volunteer opportunities are there. I'm sharing them. I'm able to do some of them. I've signed up to be a grocery shopper for one organization. They haven't called us yet. Organized my United Way leadership class. We each pitched in $20. We were able to get two 5-gallon tubs of hand sanitizer from local distillers and donate it to Willow Domestic Violence and to the United Way. We're working on that second one now. And little things like that. Or in the midst of all the other things in the New York Times, of all the articles I read that was really heartening was the one about the mortuary science professor from Canton, from North Country, who came down to New York City with 2 grad students and has been helping to take the bodies that are just in cardboard boxes to crematoriums in Vermont and other parts of Pennsylvania and New York, and getting the remains back to the families so they can mourn. That's both in a way, a gruesome thing, but it's also to me just a sign of someone using the skills they have to help. And so I think looking for that and finding the ways, some involve money, so if you don't have money, that's hard because you might need help, but some things, even like driving, some places need people to drive food and it's contactless. So if your car is going rotten in your driveway anyway, you could, and I don't drive, but I wanted to share with people who could drive that, like somewhere you might be able to deliver food to people and things like that. So I guess that's what's kind of keeping me going, is the social concert experience and the looking for ways to help and stories of people who are helping.